What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing something I have never done before. As you can see right here, we have the All-American History quiz. So I'm going to be testing how much knowledge I know about my own country. Obviously, if you don't know, I live in the United States of America, so I should know probably every question, or at least most of the questions on this quiz. So we're going to be grading myself and my knowledge of just like basic I'm guessing basic American history, like trivia and stuff. So hopefully it's gonna be a 62 question quiz. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself completely. I thought this would be a little cool idea to do today because I've never really even considered doing this. I thought maybe this would be like something a little bit different on the channel that I could do every now and again to like kind of like I guess either make fun of myself or just show how much I know. So here is the All American History quiz. We're using the Britannica.com to do this. 62 questions with a timer bonus, apparently. So we're just going to go, I guess, right into here and not completely embarrass myself. Hopefully, that's the goal anyway. Slavery. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I already might fail this. Was it the 19th? Was it 13th? God, we're already failing. I don't even know what Baison book is. 1702? Oh my gosh. How many versions does the American flag have? 9? 27? Oh no. Who is the chief engineer of the Golden Gate Bridge? That was a guess, dude. That was actually a guess. The American novelist pseudonym is Mark Twain. Yeah, we're failing this. Holy crap. What the hell? Oil company. It wasn't Rockefeller. He did the metal. Was it Vanderbilt? It was Rockefeller. I thought Rockefeller did the steel industry. What national park did the Continental Divide not pass? Rocky Mountain, Yosemite. Oh my god. Which of these is known as the Gateway to the West? It's the Gateway Arch. I know that one. Which skyscrapers were formerly known as the Sears Tower? I know this one, the Willis Tower. Which United States political pressure group opposed aid to the Allies during World War II? Oh my gosh. In which American organization did female pilots serve during World War II? You see? Oh my gosh. Bro, we gotten two questions right. This is hard. Which American historian has two Pulitzer Prizes, two National Book Awards, and two Francis Parkman Prizes? I don't know. I don't read books. Oh my gosh. Which founding father invented bifocal glasses? Is Benjamin Franklin. I know that one. Which was the first boxer to win the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times? Muhammad Ali? Yeah. When did Maurice and Richard McDonald open the first McDonald's restaurant? I'm going to say 1948. That was a fucking guess. I knew it was like before 1960. Which famous sculptor created the Statue of Liberty? It was a French dude. Which one sounds the most French? I mean, this one. There we go. On what peninsula is Washington? In Washington, would you find the Olympic Mountains? The Olympic Peninsula? I didn't even know. What was the nickname for the people of Maine? Say Uplanders? Downeasterns? Why would I know that? I don't hang out around there. Liberia's capital city was named after which president? Roosevelt? How was I supposed to know that? And what in the U.S. presidential election of 1968, which Democratic candidate did Richard Nixon defeat? Lyndon B. Johnson, right? Because he became vice president after he left, correct? Nope. All right. Which year did the Liberty Bell ring for the last time? say like 1976, 1860. That's that long ago? God dang. How many U.S. presidents depicted on Mount Rushmore? There's four of them. That was fucking easy. Which war interrupted construction of the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C.? Probably the War of 1812. Okay. What is the name of Thomas Jefferson's home? Peacefield? I don't know. Who was the first black woman to win the Olympic gold medal? I don't know. These are so hard. Which of these buildings was designed by the architect? Dude. Chrysler Building, World Trade Center. Okay, dude. Where was Denali located? Denali, Montana, correct? Or Utah? Is it Montana? It's Alaska. Okay. Stars and Stripes Forever was designated as the official march of the United States. Who composed it? Does anyone know who the fuck composed it? In what year did Barack Obama receive the Nobel Peace Prize? 2012. Okay. Which city would you find the Statue of Liberty? New York City. What was the first national monument in the United States? Statue of Liberty? No. Who was the first African American woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress? Barbara Jordan? No. Which major retailer was found in Sam Walton and Rogers, Arkansas, 1962? Does anyone know this? Does anyone actually know this off the top of their fucking head? Which state succeeded from Virginia in 1863? West Virginia. Which U.S. state is known as the land of 10,000 lakes? Minnesota. Which president was first to appear on television? Missing Franklin D. Roosevelt. For her efforts in leading bondman freedom along the route of the Underground Railroad, Harry Truman gained which nickname? Grace? Moses. Okay, that was my second guess. And which year did the Social Security Act enact in the United States? 1929. Okay. Who founded Universal Studios in 1912? I'm really shocked at how difficult this actually was. I don't know. All right. Who was the only woman to and only American to die during yellow fever experiments of 1901? Who actually knows this? It wasn't Clara Barton because she did the American Red Cross. Who actually knows this? Which USA was the first country to grant women the right to vote? I'll say California. Okay, Wyoming. Which Massachusetts infantry unit made up of African Americans was famous for their fighting powers and exceptional courage during the American Civil War? 54th? Yeah. Empire State Buildings in New York City. I don't know this one. Bang, got it though. Which city was the first practical subway line in the United States constructed? Say Chicago. Okay, Boston. Which U.S. political party is known as the Grand Old Party? I don't think it's Republican or Democrats. Say Libertarian or Reform. Say Libertarian. I've never heard the Republican Party referred to as the fucking Grand Old Party. Or maybe I have. I think I recognize the acronym. Clara Barton founded the American Red Cross. Which professional sports league was founded in 1949? I believe it's the NBA. Yeah. What year was the New York Stock Exchange founded? 1882. 1817. I didn't know it was that old. When was the American Federation of Labor Congress Industrial Organization founded? I couldn't even read that. Dang, I'm gonna get this shit right. Probably after the Industrial Revolution, so I'd say like 1945. Okay, that later than that. Which U.S. president signed the Equal Pay Act, which mandated equal pay for equal work? Say Lyndon B. Johnson. No, John F. Kennedy did that. Okay. Buick. Okay. Never even heard of Edsel. Who was the first African American actor to win the Academy Award for Best Actor? Denzel Washington. Okay. Which city is Elthris Alley, the oldest continuously inhabited street in the United States, located? Philadelphia. All right, I got that one right. What was the capital of Illinois? Springfield, correct? Yeah. Who was the first African woman to travel to outer space? Does anyone know this? Which U.S. state was once part of Mexico? Texas. What American state will you find Denali? Didn't they already ask this question? It was Alaska. Who was the president during the majority of the era of good feelings in the United States? Probably wasn't George Washington. James Buchanan. Okay. Which was the oldest institution of higher learning in the United States? Yale? Not Harvard. Which state says it? Alright, this is not even fair, bro. This ain't even fair. Which Tinton, Dakota Indian chief participated in the Buffalo Bills Wild West show? I guess that was a complete guess. Yeah, I failed that shit. Bad. What the fuck? That was ridiculous. That was stupid hard. I'm gonna go back and do this freaking basic US history so I can feel a little bit better about myself. What is the name of the ship that brought the Pilgrims to America? The Mayflower. Which battle is considered a turning point in the American Revolution? Fort Sumter and Gettysburg are both from the Civil War. So that's one of these two. I'm going to say Saratoga. Didn't even know that one. What year is the Boston Massacre? 1770? Yep. All right. Name of the founding father who was the leader of Sons of Liberty? John Adams? Oh, Samuel Adams. Who was the first president to live in the White House? James Madison? John Adams. Okay. Congress first established Independence Day as a holiday in what year? I'd say early on, right? Like 1853? 1870. We're already sucking in this one. Which was the three presidents died? These three presidents died on the 4th of July. How the fuck? How is this basic? Does anyone know this? What political party formed in 1834 from the anti-Andrew Jackson forces? Say Whig? Yeah. What act gave settlers 160 acres of land if they agreed to live on it for 4 years? Homestead Act? That was a guess. It just sounded right. Former Vice President Aaron Burr was tried for what crime in 1807? Fraud? Oh, treason. What was the Confederate president during the Civil War? Jefferson Davis. That one was pretty easy. What year did the Great Depression start? It was between World War I and World War II, correct? So 1829? Yeah. Which president used the phrase speak softly and carry a big stick? Theodore Roosevelt? Yeah. What was the deal in 1803 that involved the U.S. purchasing a large amount of land from the French? Louisiana Purchase. See, I'm not as done as look. That was just a hard ass quiz, bro. I swear. The failed compromise of 1850 was drafted by which congressman? John C. Calhoun. Oh nope, Henry Clay. The No Knowing Party focused its platform on which issue? Prohibition. Okay. Which of the following land was not acquired by the United States at the end of the Spanish-American War? Philippines. In which decade did the Dow Jones Industrial Average first cross the 1,000 point mark? What? I don't even know what that means. Remember the main was used as an American rally cry for what? For which war? I'm pretty sure it was the Spanish-American War. That's the ship that sunk. The United States' first subway line was opened in what city in 1897? We only know this because of the last quiz, and we know it's Boston. What were the last two states admitted to the Union? Hawaii and Alaska. It's easy. Statue of Liberty is a gift from what country? France. We know this one only because of the last quiz, which is Wyoming. Which one of these government entities was not part of the President Franklin Roosevelt original deal? I don't know what that meant. What opened in Manhattan in 1817 that helped the United States become a financial power? I'm going to say New York Stock and Exchange Board. E. The Three-Fifth Compromise in 1787 resolved the conflict over what? Said a number of votes needed to approve Supreme Court nominee in the Senate. Oh, it was about slaves. I thought it wasn't until like the 1850s that became a thing. Which decade did the California Gold Rush peak? 1820s, 1850s. All right. Well, we didn't do as bad. It's not really giving me my score though. Well, guys, I guess I'm gonna end the video right there. I did 2 U.S. history quizzes and I completely embarrassed myself on one of them, which is fucking crazy. This one I didn't do it super good on either. I came in expecting to absolutely just destroy these quizzes, like miss like maybe 1 or 2 questions, and I ended up missing a lot more than I was expecting to. So maybe I need to freshen up on my U.S. history or something, or maybe these quizzes were just completely and ridiculously freaking hard. But anyway, guys, I guess I'm just gonna end the video right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Uh, I guess I'll have to think about doing this again to redeem myself. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.